All right, let's get to it. Back to the disco. Hope we do well today. We are doing a bunch of kind of side things today. Starting with calling the library, which should open in 2 minutes. I saw this line was available too, which I haven't looked at. But
what is it?
Did you hear? Did you hear me sing? Did you like it when we did the karaoke earlier in the game?
That was pretty good, Harry. Wasn't it, Jean?
That was, yeah.
No.
That was absolute shit, if you want my opinion. Drunken shit. Haven't wanted anything to end this badly since I had cluster headaches.
But is he lying?
Horrible. Truly horrible. I beg of you, don't ever subject anyone to this torture again. I mean, seriously, you need to.
Jean, he's not right. Don't make it worse, and I really liked it.
Wait, did she? No, I don't know. A compassionate side glance. We get 5 XP.
She actually did.
She actually did, says drama. Okay. She liked it. Alright, I don't think we have anything else to do in here. We can't talk to the... No, it's just, this person just sits there and we can't do any... Gotta spend money to make money. I don't know, they just sit there and we can't interact with them. Are they one of the developers? I don't know. Alright. We gotta call the library. About an seemingly accidental death. Can I say anything to Tommy?
Make way
Nope.
for the... Inside, you see a set of steering levers, a radio...
This is Precinct 57. Hold on, officer.
Alright, connect me to the library.
I've got Central Jamrock Public Library on the line, and I've already introduced you to their librarian. Connecting the call in 2, 1.
Yes, this is Central Jamrock Public Library here.
New portrait.
How can I help you, officer?
He sounds worried, yet ready to assist. This is how people get when the police call.
Looking for any information that you can provide on Billy Magine, a reader.
Billy Majon, you said.
Majon.
Give me a moment, I'll have to check our database.
On Moreau Drive
Ooh,
in
shivers.
Central Jamrock, in a darkened hall lit by orange desk lamps, far away from the noise outside, a middle-aged man taps commands into an old radio computer. A printout falls on the desk. Behind him, a lonely reader scours some dusty bookshelves, looking for a paperback.
So there's our shivers again, getting a perception of a room we're not actually in. Lightning is not prepared. Am I not prepared? Hopefully I'm prepared. We got the webcam on at least.
Yes, hello, are you still there? I found Billy Majon's home address, is that alright? No phone number, unfortunately.
They're too poor to have a phone line.
Now we're that good with addresses. Phone address is
Here
fine.
we go, sir. Rue de Saint-Ghislain, 33B, apartment number 20.
Oh,
It's in Martinez, I believe. Cape Side Apartments, it says. That's all.
okay. So we can go to the apartments, right? You have any other information?
It says here that they returned their last book just a few days ago, but I wasn't at work that day.
You know someone who was, I guess. We can ask.
Marie? Marie? Do you remember a reader named Billy Majon? They returned a Tybalt book the other day. Yes, it was my colleague Marie. She said that it was Billy's husband who returned the book. He also asked for this new sci-fi release, Lowe's Radio City 87, but we don't have it yet.
Good. You have a name now.
So Billy Majon is a woman or a man. How did your colleague know that it was her husband? You know the husband's name. Can Marie describe to me what the husband looked like? Okay. How you know it was her husband?
Marie knows Billy.
Okay.
She's been working here longer than me. Sometimes her husband returns some books for her.
Mike is on though. I'm pretty sure it is. It's registering. Goes up for a little drink, right? And then they died horribly. They fell through the pier and died. They knocked their head on a bench. Your husband's name?
No.
Nope.
Marie only knows him by sight.
Describe me what they looked like.
She said it was an older man, and that she's pretty sure he'd had
What was he wearing?
One second.
We're gonna get unreliable witness testimony, right?
Sorry, Marie wasn't really paying any attention to that.
Okay.
Happy we could help. Goodbye, officer.
Anything else you need from me? 57's over and out.
In the cabin, you see a set.
I'm a little surprised they bothered to do, you know, a portrait for presumably a very, very minor character we'll never talk to again. Okay, well, we need to talk to Kuno, actually, don't we? We had a task to, ask Kuno about the empty trap, the empty cryptid trap. We just thought there might be some type of interference, and we immediately assumed Kuno.
Kuno saw you wield that can. Sweet graffito action, pig. Kuno likes that delinquent shit.
Head to the bone.
Kuno's part is, you're just shit at life. Now what's your case with Kuno?
We know anything about some missing locusts, would you?
No, Kuno doesn't give a fuck about bugs.
So he knows locusts are bugs.
Okay.
Oh my god, I told you that shit is lame!
Shut up, see.
Now they're gonna take you to lame prison!
Lame prison.
She sounds like she's about to cry, out of disappointment at Kuno's newfound lameness.
What's this about? Hold on, no one's lame here. Tell me what happened. You kids are in trouble. What's this about?
Deny everything, Kuno. You need to lawyer up.
Lawyer up, take to the sea. They cannot arrest a Kuno and Kunes for the same crime.
Kuno's not gonna say anything without his lawyer present.
Lame. That rings some bells. Could this be connected to Night City? AKA, the City of Rage.
Kuno mentioned that much earlier in the game.
Yeah, that's pretty lame. Sounds like art.
I don't want to talk to the kid about lame stuff. Kuno, is this about Rage City, Night City?
Oh god, Kuno, no! It's gonna happen now. They're gonna make you lame.
Stop it, see. No one's gonna make anyone lame. Kuno's got this under control.
Now wait, I don't have any follow-up questions.
The fuck about it? You're
Get lost.
Yeah? Yeah, whatever. Kuno, the fuck do you want with good call, Pigmeister? Kuno doesn't...
Can I talk to Kunes? Ask him about the empty trap, then take a look around the yard?
I'll die before I squeal, pig. What's this?
Get...
I don't know, we didn't seem to really get much of anything about that. It did say then take a look around the yard. I guess there could be something in his shack?
The trash the smell of rotten food rises to greet
Glavy, good to see
you.
you.
See soggy cartons, dirty rags, and organic waste.
Faces, 3-star, or 9-star, 9, 10, 11. Very nice.
Container sounds a muffled gong.
Yeah, I missed 1 star on 11. I'm sure I could go back and get it. And maybe I'll do it. Maybe I'll do it. I'm not gonna bother with 12, though. Okay, let's check Kuno's shack real quick. Just because it seems strange to me that we don't get more follow-up questions there. About the lameness, about the Night City. It's calling locusts in here. Okay.
All around you, the hisses and chirps of locusts fill the musky air. The earthen floor of the shack has been shaped into mounds of mud, dotted with little
I did the
holes
right
for
thing.
windows. Like skyscrapers, spires of dirt and sand rising. Accommodations for their insectoid inhabitants.
Well, detective, it appears you've solved the case of the locusts. For the missing locust case, which is a sub-case of the imaginary insect case. So at least that's going well.
You solved the case of the missing locust, which is a sub-case of the imaginary insect case. So at least that's going well. Stop being so sarcastic, Kim. Precisely what I was thinking.
Yes. I feel we are nearing a real breakthrough.
Should talk to Kuno about it. Let's get him to stop. Do you think the Insulindian phasmid is nearby?
If anything, the presence of the locust points to the opposite. The phasmid did not take the bait from the traps. It was Kuno. The phasmid doesn't exist. But what do I know?
Use your powers of deduction. You knew the magic bug was nowhere near here. The phasmid is impairing your judgment.
The phasmid is impairing our judgment.
You are doing just fine.
Okay, so now we can question Kuno again. So floor 11, chamber 3, part 1, happened and loot everything, kill all of them instantly. Then had like 2 minutes and 30 seconds to part 2. Yep. I don't know if it was 11, but there was a floor like that I dropped one Zhongli meteor and it was over. Alright, talk to Kuno again about the locusts.
Necromancer pig. That shit was dark. Going in there like that. Oh, brutal shit. Tell me.
Oh, so this... I guess I never talked to him about the bullet?
Kuno dies. You're gonna pick one out of his brain like that too? Kuno's gonna go out in a hail of bullets. Gonna look like a fucking porcupine.
I thought we did this.
Porta Rosa, a side alley of the Boogie Street spearhead.
I don't remember this,
A
though.
young man in his early 20s approaches patrol officer Emile Mullins and asks for a cigarette. As Officer Mullins reaches in his coat pocket for the pack of Astra he just purchased this morning, the man shoots him point blank in his chest. Breathless, the patrol officer collapses in the gutter. His right hand is grabbing the armor on his chest. The bullet didn't pierce it, but he can't breathe.
You didn't even
On
talk
the
to graffiti
pavement,
in this safe.
the
That's
patter
true,
of
although I think the
hundreds of
graffiti
feet
happened after the
growing
bullet, didn't it?
distant. Bleed, pig. Someone opens a window and says, but Emile cannot see who. His sight grows dim with pain.
Right, so we get a camaraderie check on a story of, not necessarily Kuno, but somebody shooting a police officer. You know what's a good line of work for getting shot? Oh, we're gonna try and make Kuno into a cop? I'll be there for you, Kuno. Don't be a silly kid. Answer the question instead. Wait, you know what's a good line of work for getting shot?
Pigs.
There's a silence it carries. Interesting.
Kuno doesn't... Fuck does Kuno
All right.
care?
I know you took the locust from the traps and the cryptozoologist set up.
Yeah. Kuno took the bugs. So what?
So it wasn't the phasmid. A wave of disappointment washes over you.
You're looking to be the reed phasmid ate the locust, not you, Kuno. Say you don't care about bugs, but then you build a whole bug town. Good, you find some other pets? Let's say I really was hoping it would be the phasmid.
Yeah, well, Kuno's all you got, bitch.
I was thinking this would just be a reply, and then we get these other questions. I still looks, give it some pets. Say you don't care about bugs, and you build a whole bug town.
It's not Bugtown. It's the city of locusts. Locusts aren't just bug shit. They come out of the sky like a fucking shadow. Shit descends. Stop!
You're being lame, Kuno.
Locusts coming down like a shadow. This must be the night city he mentioned when you asked him where he's been.
The Yeti says they didn't get impacted 550k second burst, instantly triggered shield for the Abyss Heralds on floor 11. Wow, that is pretty nuts. Yeah, wow. That's pretty crazy. Yeah, boy, even my Zhongli meteor only does like, 130k tops. So that in there is Night City?
Yeah, Locust City. City of Rage. City of Lights.
Now you're making me want to roll for Eula, but I don't think I want to roll for Eula. City Rage, City
There's
Lights.
a tug of war over the name of his fantastical city. It's almost too big for his imagination.
More conceptualization
The
XP.
girl forces herself to watch again, the corners of her eyes twitching from discomfort.
So we can insult Kuno. What are you, some kind of artist now? Whatever, kids, just want to ask. City Rage sounds like a cool place.
Kuno, the pig wants to help you.
One for Monster
That's
Sanctuary, that's a guaranteed
horrendous.
roll.
Please just don't say you're
It's big lame. Big lame. Don't say you're
Artist.
an artist.
Maybe I am an artist. You hear that, everyone? I'm a fucking artist now.
Did he just say I? Kuno usually calls Kuno Kuno.
Oh, I didn't even realize. Oh, nice to see you, right? You said I. Just your friend Kuno, art's lame as hell. Making art's a worthy calling. I'm something of an artist myself. What's the meme from like Spider-Man? I'm something of a scientist myself or something? I don't even know if I want to call Kuno out on saying I, but let's do it.
Kuno made Kuno. Kuno says whatever the fuck he wants. There are no rules here, pig.
He steps
I
closer.
fucking say I when I wanna, and Kuno when I wanna. Kuno's free. Kuno's free to fucking die, bitch.
This is what he sometimes does when things get tense.
Okay. Making notes for where to call. I'm still living notes myself.
Oh my god, Kuno! He's gonna make you totally lame in, like, 3 seconds!
Seconds.
Don't let him, Kuno!
Yo, fuck you, see? Kuno can be what Kuno wants to be. Kuno's his own man. Kuno's free.
Okay. He tears the buttons on his shirt, trying to rip them. They don't give way, though.
Kuno made himself into Kuno. Kuno can make himself into anything. Kuno can make himself into a pig if he wants. Kuno can make himself into a... Kuno doesn't give a shit.
Oh, don't make yourself into a pig, Kuno! You'll have to take me away!
And the choices you make, young girl. Me and Kuno have discussed that. I promise I won't do that. Say nothing.
Without a word, she disappears entirely behind the fence.
Disappears
For once,
entirely.
the boy is lost for words. He turns completely red now,
Character
with
development.
splotches of white beginning to appear across his face.
Well, Kunes appears to be gone entirely now.
Use this momentary confusion to take control of the situation.
Controls his authority.
Now convince him to leave the cryptozoologist's traps alone.
I need to stop taking looks from the traps. Cryptozoologists trying to find something very important. Those looks are bait. What's the locusts mean? Scamper the locusts. Well,
I don't give a shit. I don't need the locusts anyway. Shit is all lame now. C was right.
The girl's face appears again,
Yeah.
above the fence, just long enough to make eye contact with Kuno. She doesn't know whether to be glad because Kuno is finally convinced of the lameness, or more worried because of his continued use of
Oh, he
the
said I
first
again.
person singular. Kuno is Kuno, not I.
interesting. What does city locusts mean?
It don't mean anything. It's shit. Kuno just likes to focus. Kuno likes to concentrate on shit. Build shit when he's zipping hard. Fuck. Pig, you really shouldn't have fucked with Kuno City. Now it's all fucking lame.
Scamper the locusts.
Kuno's gonna let the fucking locusts die.
We got no response to that. Well, that's settled.
The fuck are they trying to catch anyway? With the traps?
Know your business. I'll tell. Insulindian phasmid.
He recognizes the name.
Wait, you know what the insulindian phasmid is?
Bitches think Kuno doesn't know shit. The fuck out of here. Kuno's tired of this shit.
There's silence between the two children. They're not saying anything to each other, nor looking in each other's direction.
Alright, well, Kunes actually is still here, at least after we said
Kuno
stop messing with the locusts, but there is a, more of a separation between them now. That may lead to something later. Okay, we got... Well, I guess we should go deliver the news about the locusts right over here in the Whirling in Rags.
Hello, officer. I think
Had a
I
chat with this kid
almost
Kuno. He promised to stop stealing the locusts.
So it was just a child.
He's crestfallen.
Thank you for telling us.
So we got 30 XP?
This is good news, right? It means we can try again.
She acts chipper, but something's changed in her tone. A hidden worry. Something is secretly gnawing at her confidence. It's not this Kuno kid or the missing locusts. It's something else.
Yeah, you're right. We just need to restock the empty trap. Then we'll need to inspect the traps one more time. And then maybe we can.
Hideous coughing fit. Oh, this is what she's worried about? He did cough before.
Darling, I told you to take it easy. You're getting sick. Maybe it's time to go home.
You're right, you're right. We can come back next season when it's warmer.
There won't be a next season. Not for this. Find a phasmid or admit defeat, people.
Huh. Man, I'm really feeling this is costing me time on my main investigation. I think this is not to them. I think this is to authority. It's not worth risking your health. You should give it a call a day and go home. But offer to help, I have my own things to do. Damn, maybe I can restock the trap for you. Comes very quick. I'm gonna restock the trap. Let's do this. Accept enthusiastically. Hold on.
Of course, sweetie. You've helped us so much already. Everyone would understand if you...
Oh, so I actually do say it to them, but it doesn't change our options. Let's do this. I'm gonna do it.
We are getting really carried away with this, aren't we? Fine. It's better than having these people get pneumonia on the coast. But after this...
He wants to see this tale through as much as you. Otherwise, he'd have stopped this already. But he cannot let it drag out after this.
Really? It's too much, officer.
What Morel means is we're grateful for your help.
Here's a fresh batch of locusts.
Box of
Should
locusts.
slide right down the front.
That's a very locust sound.
Thank you again. We will definitely mention you, should this lead to a discovery. I'm not talking co-discovery, of course, but...
This would show them all. We need to get you on that list of discoverers. No question about that.
On the list of discoverers. Can I say anything to her before we leave?
Oh, hello, sweetie.
I can only tell her I've lost my memory, which I've still been trying to avoid. I mean, maybe I should stop bothering, because some information already got out. First, restock the trap you left empty before. Tricks to remember which one it was. What's the one on the far west? The first trap. Okay, I think we will go do that right now. Because at the same time we're doing that, we should be able to forge some signatures. Oh, shoot, I'm on the wrong side. Oh, wait, Got all types of things, don't we? Huh. Okay. Well, I realized we're closer to the apartments, actually. And we've got the side murder, and we may have to go back to the coast anyway after that. We're trying to do things a little optimally, I suppose. We need to go to apartment 20, which I think is on the east side. Or was it Carrie memory loss? She might. She's been pretty nice. Here, I think it's to the east, but I want to look out here anyway, just because there was that barred door that I couldn't re-roll on earlier. I also might be able to mention the fake skulls to Sendy the skull. See, I thought there was a check up here for this barred door, but... Tarps flap in the wind, but I can't do anything about the barred door anymore.
Hello again, officers.
Yes, there it is. The fake skulls send their best.
I don't believe it. I've never known those boys to have manners.
The bemusement in her voice doesn't fully mask genuine tenderness.
It's just skull solidarity. Made up, send the best part, but I did talk to him. Seem to hold you in high esteem.
They'll never be skulls, but their hearts are in the right place.
Skulls are cool. Can I be a skull?
Fat chance. But you can still do your part to revitalize the neighborhood.
I really want to be a skull. Wait, how do I do that?
She throws you a conspiratorial glance, then presses her finger to her lips and squints up at the sky, as though straining to hear something in the distance.
Have you noticed the quiet? Every so often, you might hear a gunshot pierce the air somewhere in Jamrock. But in Martinez, no gunshots, no sirens. The people are languishing in boredom and complacency.
Does she want me to shoot somebody just to mix things up?
This place is a sepulchre. We'll paint it red. We bring the raucous. You bring the sirens.
I don't believe
The bemusement.
Yeah, I just wanna...
fat chance.
She throws you.
Have you noticed
Oh,
this
never mind.
place is a sepulchre?
I wanted to see if I really want to be a skull would do anything else there. This is where Cindy lives, I think. I don't think there'll be anything in here for us, but let's check real quick just while we're standing nearby. Nope. Doesn't look like there's anything new in here. I didn't think there would be. Alright, so now we're gonna go out to the east apartments to further investigate the death. Not the murder, the death. Nice, she didn't say that, Save. You're crazy. Wait, what? What are you talking about? She didn't say what? She's talking about bringing violence. And then the police come when the violence comes. Israel shoots Cass. Oh, well, she hadn't said that yet, but that's what was being implied. Does anyone really get that story? Well, she's part of the Skulls, which is, you know, big, powerful gang.
A plaster cast, honestly. He does kind of look like you after all.
Salute the statue.
Whoever lives here definitely shares your enthusiasm. There aren't many communists around. Not after the revolution. Hold on a second. Is this why you broke in here?
Wait.
To find out whether you're Krasmazov?
I can't say this again. I have to consider all possibilities.
Except that Krasmazov is dead. He's been dead for 50 years now.
Do you see the resemblance?
You both do seem to share an affinity for sideburns. But it seems like old Kras here didn't drink nearly as much as you.
Did this bust just before we started drinking?
Very well. Let's look for identifying features then. Doesn't he have a birthmark right here? What about you?
Can't tell.
Alright. But here's the big thing. Krasmazov looks Samaran, and you don't.
No, he doesn't. I'm part Samaran. No, he doesn't.
Yes, he does. Look at his eyes. Wasn't his mother a Samaran immigrant?
Oh wait, then I'm part Samaran.
Okay, you win. Be Krasmazov then. I don't care. Why are you so hell-bent on proving that you're Krasmazov anyway?
Because I'm a communist. Because I believe in the powerful nation states that only protect the working class from the subhumans. Because actually, he wanted stability and incremental progress. So do I. Which, this is the more moralist angle. He was totally a gangster and bank robber. For all the cash in the world, that's me. Just feeling I have. He actually wanted... He wasn't a communist. He was a moralist.
I think you have misunderstood who he was. But... if you say so.
The suicide of Krasmazov, thought gained. So you can't get in your head. Krasmazov was the father of scientific communism. He shot himself in the mouth and died. As things were collapsing around me, he just gave up. That's not good propaganda. Be a communist. Shoot yourself in the mouth. Something about this irks you. I don't know what bonus we get out of this. Let's take a glance. I've been cheating on these thoughts, because most of them we won't be able to explore. What if it's solitary life, restore banks? Oh, really? I don't know anything about that, actually. Bad PR, yes, bad PR, because you shoot yourself in your mouth if you're a communist. The solution ends up saying, well, what's the bonus? +1 rhetoric and white failure checks heal all morale. All morale, huh? But the line, if we did complete it, which I think we won't, is, it's clearly a lie. Krasmazov didn't shoot himself. Reaction was on the counteroffensive. The State Day Palace in Morova was surrounded. He was either assassinated or died in the bombing. You might even have evidence to support this somewhere in your brain. Mazov was never given a state funeral by the communists. Some people even say the body that was recovered from the ruins wasn't him. There, good. Hero restored to glory. Carry on, comrade. So you just deny that he shot himself. Alright, out to the balcony. So, yeah, I think this door was inaccessible before, but now we can get in there.
A weathered brown door. The number reads 20. The lieutenant motions to you to go ahead and knock. This is the door. You already know it's the right door. This is going to be so hard. Get yourself together. It's just police work.
Hi. Hold on, Kim. We should discuss before we move on. What should we expect?
You're right. Let's talk this through. We have our first preliminary identification. In all likelihood, the deceased is the husband of Billy Méjean. We need to confirm this, as well as deliver the death notification to Billy herself. Now, delivering a death notification is never an easy task. There's a reason why it's often called the most stressful part of our job. This is why it's usually done in pairs. You got this. I'll be monitoring reactions, ready to act if necessary.
Give any advice on tell her he's dead. Well, if I want to do this. Kim, I don't want to do this. Let's turn around. Try to bail out. Give any advice on tell her he's dead?
Dead. Just don't say that you know how they feel. You don't.
Good advice.
If I want to do this.
Yes, it's hard. But there is no easy way to handle this information. It just has to happen. As soon as possible.
I'm not going to try to bail out. All right.
Lieutenant motions.
Knock. No voice line. Hello, who is it? Look at the tent first. Is Billy Jean's home with police? Please open the door. The police? A moment. Please give us a moment.
There's fear in her voice.
Come on in. The door's open. All right. Well, this could be a sad scene. This could be a sad scene. As we, there's no conspiracy here, seemingly. We just have to say your husband tripped and died. But let's steal her stuff first. Some leftovers on a stovetop. Windows covered in old newspaper. Can't they afford curtains? Oh, yeah, windows covered in old newspaper. Textbook for high school, mathematics, trigonometry mostly. Clock is ticking away with an odd cheerfulness. Ticking makes you anxious, rings hollow in the room. Poster of contemporary pop stars line the walls. I'm slightly sad with the voice acting. She might have voice acting once we actually talk to her. There's been a couple of... There was another door where there was no voice acting outside, but there was inside.
Hello.
See.
I'm Billy. Would you like something to drink? Tea? Lemonade? We're out of coffee. I was supposed to get some tomorrow.
The lieutenant has taken off his foggy glasses and is busy cleaning them in his handkerchief for now. You're on your own here. Condensation. From stepping inside. He must feel vulnerable without his glasses. Is this why he's letting you take the lead?
Not ready for tea, thanks, but I'm alright.
Is this about Victor?
Victor?
My husband.
Doors don't get voice actors.
In some kind of trouble again?
They're good doors. They're sound-blocking doors, and yet also enough for us to know we can come in. Can pick him up in the station, if that's what. Try to answer your face.
This is something much worse. Is he in the hospital? How bad is it?
How about some small talk before you break the news?
Tell her about the dead body. Empathy impossible, but we got 83% chance anyway. Because, oh, look at that. +4, Kim is here. +1, discuss things through with Kim. +1, we have Kim's handkerchief. That's your cooking song.
Got to eat? What is this about?
Oh, -1 made her anxious.
Asking me about my cooking.
You live here with Victor.
Me, Victor, and the kids here. We have 2 daughters.
How old are your daughters?
Jackie is 16 and Jenny is turning 18 next month.
Okay. Where's everybody?
The girls are staying at their friend's place tonight.
How, where?
Has a problem with drinking. And so he...
She's British accent, combination of Russian and Scottish. Yeah, I hear the Russian more, for sure.
He's probably in the box drinking with his friends. I sent him to the library a few days ago, but I guess something came up.
They make the library.
I guess I'll find out when he decides to come back home.
He says, where are you? We're delivering the news of the body that we found that fell through the pier and smacked his head on a bench and died.
It shouldn't be long from
Here,
now.
It's an apartment. It's an apartment at the apartments we've been to before.
More than a few days.
It was in the library.
It's in
Central Jamrock Public Library?
I think, yes.
It is.
That's the place.
Just
this was doing library, return a book.
Break something? It's a fool's hope.
Was it this book?
Yes.
Yeah, then of course she becomes more worried when we say, was this the book? Do you remember what he's wearing?
His old leather jacket.
Can you describe it?
It's just your average brown leather jacket, but he bought it as a teenager, so...
At the inner lining.
The lining is hand-sewn. It's blue. I tried to make the thing more weatherproof since he's running around with it in the middle of winter.
Okay,
She
so I have to tell you.
her hands across
So
her
it actually, yeah, there we go. So I did make her anxious, but we got +1 for identified the leather jacket and +1 for identified the library cards. We got a 92% chance of empathy. If it fails, I'll re-roll it. I think we have a piece of empathy gear that can make it 98% chance.
You've done this before. Just keep your focus.
I say he's dead like that. Ma'am, I'm very sorry to say, but your husband was found dead on the Marnies boardwalk.
Yes, that's the most important thing. Use that word.
-1 +2.
No euphemisms. This is what you came here for.
Okay, we get to ask her empathy, though. Alright, he was found dead.
What did you say?
I'm very sorry for your loss.
Oh. Oh. But he was
Touches her neck.
But he was just here. Alive.
We understand this comes as a huge shock. I want you to know that me and my partner are here for you if you have any questions. Take your time, ma'am.
What happened to him?
So he say, but first glance looks like he slipped in his head. It was an accident. He fell through a hole in the boardwalk in his head.
Was he drunk?
Yes. We don't know yet. We'll let you know when the results arrive. Yeah. Alcohol may have played a
I
role.
see. And you just found him there, lying in the cold. How long had he been there?
I don't know if we know.
If you say 2 days maybe, it will be etched in her mind forever.
Hard to say at this point. Could have been long. Sure. Empathy. Let's lie a little.
She blinks, eyes welling up with tears, as her hand starts searching for something from the pockets of her dress.
Here.
Is there anyone we could call for you? A friend, family member, someone who could be there for you?
No. I just need to tell my girls.
Unreal.
Conceptualization.
God. Should I call them? Should I tell them to come home?
No. A day.
Yes, they should know. Do you want us to call them and ask them here? No, take a day to recover. You'll be better prepared when they come home tomorrow.
Good. That's probably the right...
Thanks, empathy.
Thank you.
Thanks, empathy.
Just tell me, what do I need to do next? Where is he? Can I see him?
We've taken him to the city morgue. The local coroner will be contacting you.
Whereas gives your empathy sucks, yeah.
Here's
Not,
his number.
I bet actually... Well, actually, no, wait, there's 3 ways it can go. There's 3 ways it can go. 1, you do it like we're doing it. We have the empathy, and Kim is here. There's 4 ways it can go. 1, we have the empathy, and Kim is here. 2, you have the empathy, and Kim is not here. Which, I don't know how that would go. This part wouldn't happen. It might just cut this, but these parts still happen. 3, you don't have the empathy, but Kim is here, and then you'll suck, but Kim will probably come in and do okay in your place. 4, you don't have the empathy, and Kim is not here. And that would go really bad. And that may be a very, very bad version of this conversation. She ends up yelling at you for being terrible, as she probably should.
A very good call.
Is there anything else that the RCM could do for you?
No, I'll call you if something comes up. I'm still... Thank you. Thank you for telling me. I'll call if...
She runs out of breath.
These are her last reserves of strength. Her muscles will give in soon. Already, she starts to shake.
Very
We
sorry.
should step outside and talk.
Set the library card by her. Leave the room. Ooh, and there's static with these ellipses. I think maybe there was intended to be some sobbing there. We've heard stack in place of voice lines a couple of times. Alright. Let's talk to Gim. Hey, AT wonders if a different skill set might take over besides empathy. I mean, maybe rhetoric could do it, maybe. Or drama. Although drama might not go well. You did well, thanks. What now? Could have done more. Great, the case closed then. What now?
I'll call the station when we're finished with the day, and let them know the name of the deceased.
That's it? What about Billy and her kids?
They'll manage.
They have to. It's not your place to live their lives.
That's it.
We should get back to our case now that our duty here is done.
Case closed. 10 XP. So yeah, just a very standard bit of police work, as, you know, expected. And it's kind of nice to have it in there, right? To not have everything be crazy. Okay, we can't go that way. That's where the Sunday friend would be, but the Sunday friend is gone. So, I guess we're just ready to leave. What are we doing next? We've got... I was gonna head to the coast. Back to the coast to find the Sunday friend for the Moralist quest. And what else? We also... Oh, we can set the cryptid trap. Actually, we can fast travel over there, can't we? Yeah. There's an orb here for this door now. What? You hear the sound of running water. Someone's washing dishes.
The door is closed again. Nothing to do here anymore.
Oh, never mind. Okay, so Gary is in there. Gary the crypto-fascist, but they said we would never get to talk to him again.
Trying to sneak up on...
Something beautiful is gonna happen. We painted that graffiti. Okay, we've got stuff to do in the bookshop here, but that feels like a bigger thing. So I wanna wrap up some side stuff first. If we go over to the Whirling in Rags, we should be able to fast travel over to the fishing village. Amdy, good to see ya. Shouldn't we be able to fast travel over to the fishing village? Have to be standing here, specifically in this circle? What? Why doesn't our fast travel work anymore? That's annoying. It might be related to a quest we're on, but it's annoying. Sewer grate, gateway to a river of filth. Hold on. We have lots of cash now. Lots of cash we have.
If he really wants to save the economy, he'd let you pay with net worth. Go over and ask him if you can.
We're gonna pay $2 for the half-light pants.
You won't regret it, officer.
I don't think I need the composure jacket, though, because I think we already have a composure jacket. Clothes... Yeah, this jacket's better straight up. Yeah, it's not a shirt, is it?
If he really wants to save the economy...
No, that's a jacket, not a shirt, so we don't need that. And...
Stylish shades, huh? They'd be even more stylish if you paid for them with net worth.
A man who
I'll
knows
buy
his
the...
style. These are all...
I'll buy the Inland Empire glasses, too. Where'd you go, that money? How much do you even have? We've been cheating money, essentially, through this skill. Every time Encyclopedia does something, we've got really high Encyclopedia score, we get $2. And we got better loot in locked-in containers, which is helping a little bit. And I think we have one more? No, conceptualization only gives me XP, not cash. But anytime our encyclopedia says anything, we get $2. And our encyclopedia says stuff all the time, because we got 9 encyclopedia. That's been helping a lot. Alright, well, I don't know what's up with our fast travel. But we'll just walk over here manually. There's the trap, but it's not the trap we need. This way. Drunks are down here? Yeah, we could get another story from one of the drunks. Have I ever come over here? Oh, we can't. It's closed off. There's another story we could get from the drunks, although we'd be enabling alcoholic, which may not be good. Where's that west trap? I didn't go far enough. Oh, and yeah, ATs, how much money do we have? We have 143 bucks after we bought those 2 pieces of clothing. So there's the sewer grate. This...
The trap stands empty near the reeds. No insect sounds or movement around. Only the reeds' apprehensive hissing. Rain drips from the mesh of the trap.
Release the locusts into the trap.
Being transported, slowly begin to acclimate to their new surroundings.
Good. Now that's done. When do you think we will return to our impending apocalypse of a murder investigation? Don't answer that. It was a rhetorical question.
He doesn't want to. But if there is one more cryptozoological runaround, he must force the investigation back on track. This better be it.
This better be it, although it does lead me to believe in the idea that,
the dome-shaped plastic.
Maybe there is one more thing, and you can't do it with Kim there. You can only do it if Kim's gone. Alright, we are also seeing if we can find the Sunday Friend somewhere on the coast. I'm not sure what else we have besides the big thing of going to find the giant ice bear fridge for Suna, which will help with our Raverside quest and make all this stuff come together. Oh, I also want to forge some signatures for Everart. That's right. Okay. So yeah, we are narrowing in on our field of things to do.
Hello. Isn't it? Sure. What's on your mind? But of course. What else?
I was just seeing if that guy had anything beyond what we... He was a very long conversation. He was an encyclopedia conversation. Alright, we need to get out to the coast. Which I don't think... Can we access it this way? No, it doesn't look like it. There's nothing up here. There was the jacket up here. Oh, and here's where the body was.
There's some tear.
Oh yeah, tear. I should really... Instead of having this interfacing tool out, I should really have the bag out so we can pick up junk. I keep forgetting about that. Why not get more cash? Okay, so the church should be over here. And we just want to get to the coast behind the church. We still... We still can't seem to use fast travel anymore, and I don't know why. I think I might try a reload to see if the fast travel is just bugged out. We were having the problem the other day, too. I think the bunker thing is up here, which we can't access. Thing before you housed the engine. Must have been a big one.
An old door.
Alright. Still looking for the Sunday Friend. Imagining he's got to be right out here. I genuinely thought he'd be right here. Recipe's fast travel. Yeah, I don't know what's up. I don't know what quest or such might be preventing it. Ugh, I need to... We need to scour every inch of the coast. We might miss it. I go down here. Nothing here. That was a red check, right? The bunker door? Or something else? Day 4, a lot of people say fast travel stops working. Does it start working again? Regardless, okay, I appreciate the, it must be specifically day 4. It has to be specifically day 4. Because, unless it's bugged. Because, you know, that would mean fast travel is only available for 1 day. Ugh. Where... I'm gonna look this up in a second. Like, where oh where could the Sunday friend be? We've re-explored almost all the coastline. Did that seagull... Yeah, that seagull disappears when you walk up here. There's a bug, too. Specifically day 4, okay. Okay. Thanks for looking it up. Mystery seemingly solved. Just chilling in the rafters with Gollum. Oh, wait, there was a little purple chunk here. This is someone home's away from home, just like yours. Quantum Seagull. Alright, well, hold on. I'm just gonna look up Disco Sunday Friend Coast. Okay. He's not on the coast like I would expect. He's down by a building over here. He's by the building where we saw the vision of the firing squad earlier in the game. I think... I have to find that building again, though. Can't remember if it's up here or further south. I think it's further south. Yeah. Yeah, he's at the wall with the bullets area, exactly. I appreciate that. It did show up on Google, but... Relax, it's not it. You're not the only one to crash a car here. It's this building, yeah. Which I can't access this way, actually. Wait, where can I access it? It's confused me as well. They consider the coast in this game is actually a huge area. Yep, there he is right there, actually. But I have to go all the way around to the backside. So yeah, I like the moralism. I like the middle road of politics, but I didn't particularly like this guy, you know. He seemed, like a lot of people, a slick politician that wasn't actually going to help Revachol. So I don't think this will actually be a conversation I like very much, but we'll see. 2 boxes I didn't see before? Oh, they have tear in them, I see. There's climbing, I wish we could Assassin's Creed it. Help Revachol on Sunday.
As you approach, the man turns and greets you with a polite wave. He appears completely at ease, like a common holidaymaker.
Ah, super. It's the officer. I was not expecting to run into you again, but things have a funny way of turning out, no? What brings you down to the scenic Martinez coast?
Actually, I was wondering what you're doing here. I need help from a committee. I'm trying to assign responsibility. Well, say this first. We can get back to this, I imagine.
Well, that's très simple. I was visiting the fishing village just north of here. They have applied for a series of microloans to revitalize the old market. And well,
the trash cards area yet. For Goblins vs. Gnomes, you mean? not the new mini set?
And then, well,
I got Dr. Boom for our first run of the meta.
Stroll down here. It's quite peaceful, isn't it?
Yeah, it's lovely. Not quite my scene. You know there was a mass execution right over there.
Really? Here? How can you be sure?
For one, it's covered in bullet holes. It's sort of a gift I have. Reconstruct things happened in the past. High-end detective stuff.
Ah, a very useful gift for a police detective, I'm sure.
Half a quilted geckos.
Fascinating how much history is contained right here. If only one knows where to look for it.
You feel like there's something you could say.
Ooh.
If only you really knew what was going on.
Ah, shoot, I'm gonna...
I'm already leaving?
Hold on. We missed an interesting rhetoric check there, so... Flame can exists, but now we have 2-mana deal 6. But that 2-mana deal 6 can't hit... It can't hit stealth, which Flame can. Playing out deck booming, I'm comparable with commons now, maybe.
Ah, what brings you down to the sea? And then, well, really? Ah, a very...
Are you just going to let him get away with these generalities and euphemisms?
I'm sure it was the communists who were killed. The communists who here would take a different view about history. It's the property damage that offends me. You're right, so complex and fast I can't even begin to think critically about it. Communists who were killed here have a different view.
Yes, the loss of human life was truly catastrophic. This is why the Coalition is so focused on preventing another war. Our peacekeeping mission is a testament to this. Thankfully, the region is becoming more and more stable. I'm confident that atrocities like this belong in the past. The future is... tranquilo bilou.
Snaps his fingers. Some cards have
Tranquilo, below. Let's not get into this. You can't argue with someone who uses words like tranquilo, below.
I don't think it does, because there's not a check here. But what happens if his rhetoric is like 200? Something else I want to ask you about.
I'm all ears, officer.
Trying to form a committee to assign responsibility.
My friend, if it's la responsabilité you're after, I have good news for you.
Never got infantry.
There's no need to form such a committee, because it already exists.
Okay. Oh, interesting. That's another unvoiced line. You know, 99.9% of stuff is all linked up to the proper voice files, but not this one. God, of course it does. These moral intern types.
The Comité de Responsabilité de Revachol. It acts as a sort of clearinghouse for coalition activities. To put it simply,
is it so interesting they tell you about it? The execution, or... Alright, responsibility in parts of the world.
This is just the sort of reasonable authority you're looking for.
I would offer to connect you with the committee myself, but alas, I am not actually in Martinez.
Officially.
He's speaking figuratively.
Right.
He means he's not in Martinez in his official capacity.
I can pass that rhetoric check. Oh, it's interesting to tell you about that failed rhetoric. Yeah, they do here and there. You're only here on personal business. What are you talking about? I'm looking at you right now. I got it. You're only here on personal business. So where are you then? Well, actually, that's an interesting question. He might say where he is in official capacity. But you're only here on personal business.
Précisément. Officially, I am still in La Delta, preparing for an upcoming conference on fuel oil derivatives. That's why it would be extremely irregular, or potentially even inappropriate for me to intercede with the committee concerning a district I'm not officially in.
Am I supposed to contact me? This is an urgent matter. I need to get in touch with the committee. Well, I'll say it. I'll say it.
You've made your persistence quite clear. Under normal circumstances, I would have to insist you go through the regular channels.
No. You can't let them give you the runaround.
But if you have information of a vital interest, they might be willing to entertain an exception. In which case, I would advise you to contact them via Coalition Warship Archer.
Contact the warship. We heard about the warship with like a shivers check or something. Why don't you go through the Archer, speak to the committee? How do I go on to contact him? Why do I need to speak to Archer?
You see, in addition to being an airborne artillery platform, Coalition Warship Archer is also the linchpin of the Coalition's surveillance and communications infrastructure in Revachol.
Wait, did I catch that it was an airship? I thought it was a warship in the sea. Huh. Okay. Wait, it's watching us too?
And listening. It has the most objective vantage point in the entire city. Not to mention a vast array of radio, photographic, and meteorological monitoring instruments.
Okay.
I find it a great comfort to know there are benevolent powers watching over all, in strict accordance with the Wayfarer Act and the Bristlemühne Convention.
That was the what kind of ship? What? Oh, one true pairing. Him and his car forever.
The Bristlemühne Conventions are a series of international agreements governing the treatment of military personnel and civilians in theaters of war, as well as occupied territories. In practice, they are more talked about than observed.
More talked about than observed, huh? Got $2 and some XP. How do I contact the warship?
This is quite the problem. Very tricky.
Why didn't the airship see everything after banging? Maybe they did and they don't care.
Any unidentified
Or maybe it's blocked by a building.
So it might be safer
Kimpless
to get in touch
Kardashian. Wait, I missed this on. Quite tricky. Has orders to fire on any identified aerostacks when I approach it, so it might be safer to get in touch from the ground, sure.
But in that case, you would require a radio transmitter capable of broadcasting on coalition frequencies. And that kind of technology naturally isn't typically available for non-coalition use. Yes, it is a bit of a conundrum.
Ruby has a super good radio.
I suppose there might be some way to circuit bend your way onto those frequencies, but you'd have to be one of those techno tinkerers to do it.
Is that legal? I will make it legal. Do you know any tinkers?
Unfortunately not. No,
I don't think
don't
so.
have the pleasure. I am merely a representative of the coalition government, not very well versed in technology. But you...
Sounds like something that programmer we met in the church might be able to help with.
Okay.
Let me just say that I have complete confidence in the RCM. I'm sure you'll figure something out. Always my pleasure to be of assistance to the RCM. Godspeed, and if we don't meet again, bonne chance.
Okay, so we might be able to contact the airship via Suna. I kind of have a feeling Suna won't help us unless we have finished her quest. But I guess we'll stop in at the church to see if we can do it without finishing the quest. And yes, Yeti has questions. No, I don't think so. I mean, I don't, you know, do that with a vague peachish color, you know? It's not directly linked. Alright. Yep. Stopping at the church real quick just to see if we can get Suna to help us contact the warship. She might. She might do it without helping her out first. Alright, alright.
Yes, what is it?
It's not a paying job. Can you help me contact the Coalition warship Archer?
Do I look like someone who has time for side projects at this moment?
He says, yeah, he's tempting fate. Oh, don't get tempted in misusing your powers. Lose the sword. Don't get baited. Do I look like someone who has time for side projects?
If you want her help,
okay,
maybe
yeah.
you should.
I kind of figured she wouldn't help us unless we helped her first, but we were right here, so why not check? Why not check? Okay, is that everything we have to do out here right now? We did the trap, we talked to the Sunday friend. We have an additional reason to help Suna now. I wish we could just fast travel back to the east, but like Levy mentioned, like we saw, fast travel is offline. We could try to get the drunk story.
Tequila.
Oh, right, I wanted to forge the documents.
Wonderful. Then I can't keep on. Tequila.
Talking to the wrong person. I need to talk to this guy.
The legend! He's back. And firstly, bottoms up, Captain.
Alright. I guess we'll hear a drunk story. I don't know if it'll help us, but it might.
Tequila. Wonderful. Not much, but it will do. The tale I'm about to tell you.
Urban legend.
Urban legend particular to Martinez. That said, I first heard it from a former bicycle courier in Koran. There are many variations on the basic story, and the details often conflict. What everyone agrees on is that nobody knows the exact nature or identity of the phenomenon.
The phenomenon.
Are you telling the story of the headless?
Oh, the headless rider. We actually have a headless rider figurine.
Shut the fuck up, Rosemary. Summer of 44. 17-year-old Gertrude Het is walking home from a late shift at the harbor. It's almost midnight. She stops for a cigarette near the canal.
The streets are warmed by a southerly breeze. The lights of a passing motor carriage bloom and fade in the distance. In the harbor's dark, her cigarette is a beacon, dancing alone. The image comes to you effortlessly, as though you'd walked the same streets yourself 1,000 times.
It is interesting if the shivers cut in and have an imagining or a psychic tremor based on this story. So, is this the truth behind the myth?
Our heroine finds herself enjoying the peace and quiet the canal provides. What she doesn't know is that her peace is about to be shattered. From behind her comes the clattering of hooves. Startled, she turns around, and what does she see?
I don't know what. A horse? The giant of Coconut?
What? No, I told you this is a Martinez legend. It's a man.
The pause is long and dramatic.
With no head on his shoulders. Wearing a found tracksuit, searching for the legendary found cap that went missing when he lost his head.
This is cute. Because I mentioned we had this. Wait, I thought the Headless Found Rider rode a bull. Look, I got this little figurine of it.
I thought that he rode a headless pig.
Well, there are many versions of this story, the most peculiar of which has the Headless Found Rider riding on the back of another headless man.
Super spooky.
Yes. According to legend, young Gertrude Het had to endure years of psychotherapy before she was able to look at a horse or tracksuit.
Or a tracksuit.
And she's one of the lucky ones. Gertrude Het may have been the first to witness the Headless Found Rider, but she wasn't the last. Oh no.
Tell him about the two feminists by the locks.
Fuck, Rosemary, they were dating. No one said they were feminists. Everyone always misremembering this stuff.
This wouldn't be the Ponte Delgado case, would it?
Delgado case.
What? You know it.
I've read the case file. But please, go on.
Right. Early autumn of 46. Ula de Pont and Eva Delgado are fishing near the waterlock long after the sun has set. The wind picks up.
This is only like 5 years ago, right?
Dark now blackens. Water starts falling from above.
I think it's 51, yeah?
Rain of the season.
Two women stand on a
Truth
small
behind the myth.
of rocks. One of them is wearing a purple raincoat. Thin lines reach out from the rods into the sea. Small droplets start appearing on
Look
the
at the cases of
surface
money.
with increasing
Hope they had good perception skill and such.
The women are caught in the down.
And the Jamrock shuffle
They act
skill.
quickly. Eva gathers the rods whilst Ula turns around to reach for the tackle box.
Don't turn around. Don't turn around.
Don't turn around.
When she sees something, her shriek is so violent that the residents of the nearby apartment building believe lightning has struck. But there is no lightning. Only a heavy downpour and the silhouette of the headless Faun Rider looming on the horizon. Ulla makes a run for the shore, but Eva slips on a wet rock and disappears into the cold, cold canal with nary a sound. Her body is never recovered.
What happened to her? Ask Doom Spiral. What did the case file say? Ask him.
Naturally, Ulla De Ponte became the prime suspect in the disappearance of Eva Delgado. De Ponte maintained that it was the so-called headless Faun Rider and that she ran, fearing for her life. During the investigation, it became apparent that there was a love triangle, the third party being some small-time businessman. I don't remember the exact details. The leading theory was that an argument broke out on the jetty and De Ponte pushed Delgado into the canal, then cooked up this stupid cover story.
Stupid cover story of the Faun Rider. Site says that Murloc Legendary is absolutely OP. Oh, did you get in Arena already? We've got Dr. Boom and the new Druid Legendary that gives you dream cards while it's dormant in our first arena deck coming up in a little while.
No.
Well, she rested.
She committed
Good
suicide
silence, by the way.
before she
Our eye in the
was taken
sky.
into custody. They found
Suicide.
her in the bathroom with a rifle, her face slowly peeling off the ceiling. Not a pretty scene.
Man, that's some grisly detail. Oh well. Here's to another case closed.
Takes a swig.
Anyway, that's the story of the headless Faun Rider. Pretty crazy, huh?
Who was there, this Faun Rider, before he died? Already seen some weird stuff in this case. Headless jockey and tracksuit fits right in. That's nothing. I've got an even crazier story. Who was there, this Faun Rider?
Tequila, that's part of
No
the
one
list.
knows.
Some say
Couple
he was
possibilities.
an undercover cop who blew his cover and got beheaded by the vicious gang he had infiltrated. Now he rides.
Have we converted yet?
searching
What? What do you
for his
mean?
Lost found cap, plotting revenge.
Oh, headless brother, where art thou?
Oh, brother, where art thou? Okay.
Others claim he was a professional jockey who veered off course during a steeplechase, ended up in somebody's backyard, and got decapitated by an exceptionally taut clothesline.
Even decapitation couldn't stop his commitment to the sport. Are you that committed?
No.
Personally, I think he was just some guy who hanged himself from a really tall tree, and the fall was so violent that his head came clean off.
Got more hanging.
Coincidentally, at that exact moment, a horse happened to pass under him, and his beheaded corpse mounted it, where it remains to this day. But then, no one really knows.
For some reason, this does strike you as the most plausible theory of them all.
Inland Empire thinks that. Got a hunch it was the undercop. I'd want revenge too, but he was the jockey. Seems super committed to his sport. Gotta agree, your theory sounds the most plausible. Well, I'll just go with Inland Empire.
Isn't it? All the pieces fit together perfectly. That's how I know it's
Of the
right.
horse happening to be there
Anyway,
during the
each
hanging.
his own. You want to hear any other stories?
I've got a crazier story.
Yeah? Why don't you go eat shit, Tequila? There's no way you know a better one than that.
How about the Kodo Mama d'Aqua? It's a magical self-replicating sound. The gnome of Jeroma dissolves its victims with acid. The giant of Coconur is as big as a mountain. Yeah, the gnome?
Acid gnomes? Sounds like a stupid, low-concept band name.
Wait. How about the self-replicating sound?
I have to admit, that's pretty high concept.
Mm-hmm.
Still not as awesome as a headless rider in a found tracksuit, though. Yeah?
And finally, well, as big as a mountain.
Giants?
That's the best you
That
got?
the
Yeah.
best you got? Give me a break, Tequila.
Seen some weird stuff. Headless jockey fits right in.
Hard to argue with that, I suppose.
That's the reality situation for you. You think you got a handle on it, then blam! It throws some wild shit at you. That's why it's critical to stay well hydrated.
This is Inland Empire, a real place in the U.S. I heard Redbeard speak of it. I don't know if I've ever heard the term Inland Empire before this game, actually. In this case, it's the empire of your own feelings. It's isn't it? So, but I've never heard of the term Inland Empire, so I don't know. I got nothing for you.
No one knows. Some say he stalks Martinez to this day, and can be seen near the canal when the clock strikes midnight.
Makes a spooky gesture with his free hand. Wait. Seen near the canal when the clock strikes midnight.
He won't, though. Because it's just a stupid legend.
But now I want to go to the canal at midnight.
Aye. I saw him one night when I was right shit-faced.
You got any more urban myths?
I actually do have one. The strangest of them all. Do you have anything to fortify old Doom Spiral? It's very hard to tell it.
You want to hear the last one? Oh, shoot, I hit the bug where I can't interact with them right now. Although if I talk to Kim, I probably can.
Yes?
Alright, I guess we'll hear the last one. Knock it out.
Bottoms up, Captain.
Enable this alcoholic.
Tequila Suns. Wonderful. Not much. This last one.
The last story.
Martinez story I've ever heard. I've never heard it mentioned outside of here. At first, I thought it was a joke, to be honest. But I've been on the coast 8, 9 months now, and in that time, I've seen at least 3 expeditions come through, searching for something.
A shovel hits the sand somewhere behind the reeds, near an abandoned construction yard. The young men look over their shoulders suspiciously. The sound of their digging seems loud in the sudden silence.
Cryptids, place to go home, your lost keys, what kind of expeditions? Cryptids?
Magic animals?
Place to go home?
No, Tequila. Most people already
Your lost
know-
keys?
Hey! Fuck you, Tequila.
What kind of expeditions?
All kinds. I've seen archaeologists, gangsters, even a bunch of ad agency types. I'm telling you, Tequila, this thing's got a pull on certain kinds of people.
What kind of pull?
You know, obsessive types. People with predilections.
What are we talking about?
Some of those expeditions come back after a week or so, looking haggard and dejected. Others don't return at all. The first time I saw one of these expeditions, I thought they were fucking with me. There was no way it could be true. It was just too high concept, even for me.
Too high concept of searching. Say, what is / was your favorite fast food restaurant? I mean, it's a fairly generic response, I guess, but you know, and it's not the end-all be-all. I don't want to overhype it like a lot of people overhype it, but you know, In-N-Out Burger is really nice, tasty burgers, cheap. I think they're better than any of the other fast food burger places by far, and they're cheaper, so you know. Seems like Taco Bell found. No, not really. Not really. A lot of these fast food places are under the same umbrella, right? And there's a lot of Taco Bell, KFC combo buildings, right? And I would always get the KFC. I like KFC, actually. Yeah, KFC, that's good. But they're not paying me money, so I don't want to hype them too much. But yeah, In-N-Out, KFC. What do you usually order from Arby's? Oh yeah, some people don't like Arby's. I liked Arby's just fine though. I liked their home-style fries and their curly fries. Wish they were paying me for this. And then I would usually get like the roast beef melt, so the roast beef with like the cheddar cheese. Love KFC for their dating sim. I did like their dating sim, and their computers that can cook chicken. Got Wendy's open out here again. How do they compare to In-N-Out? Oh, Wendy's is pretty good. It's better than Burger King. It's better than McDonald's. But I don't like Wendy's as much as In-N-Out. Wendy's, I'd say it's a bit more of a bit of a blander flavor. And they use quite a bit, at least to my recollection. I haven't had Wendy's in a long time, but they use quite a bit of butter on the bun, which can be good. But I don't know, it's just, yeah, I always found Wendy's to be a lower a lower flavor, less salty than a lot of the other fast food, which again could be to your liking. Wendy's breakfast is one burger with an egg in it. It's delicious. All right, for the first time, I saw one of these expeditions. Thought they were messing with me. There's no way it could be true. Too high in concept.
I'm not even sure I should be telling you this story, to be perfectly honest. You're in a fragile state, and it might be too much for you to handle.
I have not been doing any of the drugs, alcohol, or smokes in this game. I can handle it.
Okay, fine. I'll tell you. But I'm warning you, it's pretty out there. Our story begins at a legendary design studio, right here in Martinez. There was this designer. His exact name is lost to history, but in life, he was a legend. Made it big in Aranya, where he did some real pioneering work on grotesque and sans serif typography. A fucking genius, man.
So in case you're not familiar, I'll explain what sans serif is. So, a serif is like, I believe, I hope I'm right, it's been a while since I've thought about it, but I believe the lines here, like at the bottom of the T here, and kind of the top of the T, these are serifs. It's where lines on characters kind of extend to the left and right. And so something that's sans serif doesn't have those types of lines. The T would just be kind of flat. Generally, if I remember right, boy, maybe I have it the wrong way around, but sans serif, yeah, I think sans serif stuff is supposed to be easier to read on a screen. And so I think modern typography on iPhones and Windows has their Calibri. Sans serif is font. It's a style of font. Yeah, it's a serif font. Arial sans serif, for example. Right, and so if we look at the text on Twitch, you know, did somebody put a capital T anywhere? But I think the default font on like the Firefox browser that I'm using is sans serif. But serif fonts are easier to read on a printed page, so most printed books will use a serif font, just like we're seeing here on this T. So, oh yeah, the H also has serifs. The H also has serifs right here. So yeah. But, sans serif, Comic Sans. Comic Sans is a sans serif typography that's much complained about. So this may be a horror story about Comic Sans. It might be.
That is, if he even existed. Who knows?
It's an urban salty. After all. Breakfast is good. Yeah, I really don't like McDonald's burgers at all. But I actually do like the McDonald's breakfast stuff. They were McMuffins and such. Those I like. Oh, yeah.
Anyway. Sometime later, he started
personal
his own
studio.
Personal studio here in Martinez. And that's when he started working on some really wild stuff. I'm talking some glass-smooth, forward-looking design language, the kind of thing that would totally overthrow the old regime, design-wise.
I'm thinking this may be a horror story about Comic Sans.
A paradigm-shattering revolutionary?
Revolutionary. Hey, we gotta level up.
Then something turned. You see, it's widely known that nose candy and pioneer...
It's as safe as a plethora of really strange knowledge. I enjoy knowledge. I enjoy general knowledge. As soon as I see, you know, what's a serif... You know, like Glavy mentioned Inland Empire, maybe having a big definition. And I'm like, well, I want to look up stuff about the meaning of Inland Empire and possible origins of that term, etc., etc. Because I don't know, and I want to know. As soon as I read about serif fonts, I read up about serif versus sans serif, so now I've got that knowledge. New Arts Update looks very different. I don't know. This guy's got a good battle cry. Low mana cost. Good to see Julian. Good to see Toolmac, who does stream. On the stream, man. I hope you're doing great, Julian. Hope Tool's doing well. Laughed at Comic Sans. It turned up to the best font in the end. Did it? People make fun of Papyrus, too. Although Papyrus was used for the title of Serenity, the movie. Which I love that movie, so I have a bit of a soft spot for Papyrus. It was also used for Avatar, right? Okay, wait, so cocaine. Pioneer graphic design. Wait, cocaine?
You know tequila, nose candy, the white railroad, party powder.
The kids on the streets also call it Snow Day.
Or Emelan gold.
I like how flat Kim's line is there.
On which most of the world's supply is grown and harvested, typically by slave labor.
We got our cash and XP of encyclopedia.
Sinus salt, the White Knight.
The White Knight.
Can't see. For its popularity among the aristocratic class of the prior century.
Along with a number of more banal street names. Blow, of course.
Of course.
But also flake, powder, pearl. Really, anything that's white will work.
Texas tea, sweetener. Wait, sugar.
He's talking about cocaine, baby.
Trivial electrochemistry. Are you referring to cocaine?
Shit, yeah, tequila. You know exactly what I'm talking about.
He gives you a camaraderie bump on the shoulder. What happened to him?
You've got to understand, the work this guy was doing was so high concept that regular amounts of cocaine just weren't cutting it. By the end, they were bringing it in by the lorry load.
Truckload of cocaine.
Now, as you might imagine, snorting that much cocaine can't be healthy for a regular human, right?
Instead of our, where is it? Instead of our magnesium-based life form, they were a cocaine-based life form.
Right.
Right, Endurance says. Boy, our endurance is pretty low. We're missing a lot of endurance lines throughout the game. We've only got 9 points, so if you were to do a playthrough where you have more points in physique, you'd be hearing from endurance a lot more than we have.
Wrong. Do it all the time.
Do cocaine all the time, it's electrochemistry.
All day, baby.
Hey, tequila, pay attention.
Pay attention, snap, snap.
The story goes that one day he was balls deep in work on what he thought would be his pièce de résistance, an advert so minimal it contained neither text nor images, just pure white.
This page intentionally left blank.
Apparently the idea was too high concept even for this genius. He dropped dead right at his desk before he could finish. His last words are recorded to have been, "It's as white as a blizzard of cocaine."
What a stupid idea. What a loss for the world of design. Say nothing. Well, this is the concept guy, right? So, yeah, what a loss. What a loss.
I know, tequila. I know. But the story doesn't end there. Supposedly, when they performed the autopsy, the coroner discovered nearly a quarter kilo of coke jammed into his nasal cavity.
That's almost certainly anatomically impossible.
Almost certainly. I want you to be completely sure, Logic.
Wrong again, nerd. Where there's a will, there's a way.
Nerd.
That's right. 250
Get a load of the
grams
nerd?
of blow had accumulated in there over the years. We're talking high-grade Saramaritsian pure. Not that cut-rate shit your grandma does.
Grandma cocaine.
There are those who believe the designer was buried with this quarter key of nose candy still lodged in his sinuses. That's what those expeditions are looking for.
The cocaine skull.
I should have seen that coming. A skull filled with cocaine? The cocaine skull.
The cocaine skull.
Wow.
No. Wow.
Why do people think the skull's here?
Here's the kicker. This designer, this lead designer of a world-famous design studio, was born in Martinez. A local boy, Martin Martinez.
The, Indiana Jones. My cocaine. I'm looking for my cocaine. Have you seen my cocaine? My cocaine was here in this hotel. That Indiana Jones 4 movie would have been better if it was Kingdom of the Cocaine Skull instead of Crystal Skull.
That's why he brought his studio here, back to where it all began. And that's why they buried him here, too. Perhaps right under Ab's pipe there.
He points to this pipe.
Or probably further down the coast, or in some yard in Martinez proper. A hidden mausoleum, no one knows exactly.
No, my grandma always told me his grave lay somewhere on the islets on the bay.
Maybe it's in that bunker.
This is ludicrous. and physically impossible. Sinuses can contain that amount of anything.
Now, detective. Always the skeptic. My only question is, where does one get a shovel?
Where does one get a shovel, says Interfacing. It's not at the inlets. What are these expeditions planning to do with it? Sell it?
The
Use it?
archaeologists say they want to put it in a museum.
Mhm.
The gangsters say they want to sell it on the black market. And the ad agency guys say they're seeking inspiration.
Bullshit. They just want to snort it. But you could beat them to it, Harry. You could snort the magic skull cocaine instead.
I'm pretty sure they all just want to snort it, though.
He agrees with our electrochemistry. It is an inspiration.
Why wouldn't they, eh? Sounds like right strong stuff.
What about the inlets?
Don't listen to him or his grandma. He's
Nah.
just...
No, my grandma...
No. I heard other people say it.
say it too. That it's underwater. Or no. Maybe it was the storm sewers.
Or maybe it's in the air. Or in an ancient state pyramid offshore.
In a pyramid? Now that would be something.
Inland Empire loves it. Have you learned from other expeditions?
They're pretty vague about it in general. The gangsters like to claim they're looking for the grave of a friend. The archaeologists act all official about it, saying they're conducting serious research. Honestly, I think they're not really scientists, just rich. The junkies, for some reason, are pretty upfront about it. They just say they're looking to snort some blow out of a dead man's nasal cavity.
Honest men on an honest quest. You should join them.
By now, I'd say I know about as much about it as anyone on the coast.
Surprisingly, I'm not interested in looking for the cocaine skull. I'm convinced. Let's find it.
Whoa. Hold on just a minute. Finding it right now is literally impossible.
What?
Why?
For one,
Nonny?
the way is blocked by that big lorry that says Delta Logistics Company on the side. You definitely have to search the area behind that lorry too, yet it is impassable. And second, outfitting an expedition like that is expensive. It'd have to be a big production to do the cocaine skull justice. You need new gear, people who know what they're doing, all kinds of provisions.
Oh, wait, never mind. It actually is sitting by the pipe. Quest done.
It's just not feasible within the economic and temporal frame of our current setup. Matter of fact, unless a bunch of money just falls out of the sky, we might never know what's up with that skull.
Unless money falls out of the sky. Every time your encyclopedia passive says something, you get $2.
I have to agree. We barely have what we need to solve the case we've got now. We can't afford to run around chasing after quasi-mythical pieces of drug paraphernalia. Besides, it would look extremely bad for the RCM to be caught up in something that has the word cocaine writ large on it. The PR is tricky on this.
Who cares? It's an idiotic idea anyway. Damn, too bad.
Wait. Maybe there's another way. Maybe up around the coast. Don't give up now.
There's another way. Maybe up around the coast.
Yeah, well, that's the reality situation for you. Who knows, though? Maybe someday we'll get our chance.
Are there any more stories you can tell? I think he's gonna say no.
Not that I can think of. Carve.
You've been drinking a lot.
That might be the case. Yes.
Okay, well, I think we're gonna switch over to Hearthstone with the new rotation. Let us do one final thing. Let's just, I imagine there will be not much to it, but we're just gonna go back to our shack and forge some documents. This is 3 knots. It's a short one. Alright, let's forge those documents. Next time we will be going on to get the giant ice bear fridge, I believe. We've done, I think, everything else, really. We did everything around it. Now we just gotta go to do the giant ice bear. Okay, where are the documents?
You take the legal documents out of the envelope. A 12 to 40 month construction period and the zoning plan in the addendum.
Oh, we only get one chance, and it's only 58%. I don't think I can boost my interfacing any more than just these gloves. I don't think we have any other interfacing gear, unfortunately. Perception. Nope, that's all we've got. And I've put the only point into it I can. Alright. Well, maybe I'll cheat this if it fails. Slightly better than 50-50.
Out of the envelope. The pen is shaking in your
No,
hand.
failure.
Draw a pathetic little line.
Keep drawing. What have I done?
It appears you have drawn a line instead of a signature. A puny line. Looks like the late stages of dementia.
Have I ruined the document?
No, it's just a line. Forgery obviously isn't your strong suit. Sorry for suggesting it. If you get someone to actually sign this, it should be fine.
Yeah. Kinda want to cheat this one. Rest of the time. Yep. I'm just gonna
you take the legal
try to re-roll this. There we go. There we go. Big cheats.
Forgery. What do you see on the signature line?
2 lines. The old lady and the woman with the sword.
Indeed. They look distinctly different and very convincing. These might as well be their actual signatures, but they're not. And the document will be nullified if they dispute it. That means Everard will have to start over. All you need to do now is mail the signatures to Everard's accountant in La Delta. There was a mail delivery box in the plaza, near the corner of the bookstore.
Oh, that's nice. Because that's where we're going anyway. Alright. Let's go play some Hearthstone with the new rotation. Big cheats, big rerolls, big saves coming. At save file.